Sexual assault is a very traumatic experience. For that reason, police officers say that speaking with the victims to get valuable information can sometimes be tricky. Now, a new bill could give officers more tools to work with. Our Sussex County Bureau Chief Evan Kosloff joins us now live in front of the Georgetown Police Department. And Evan, the bill cleared the House yesterday.
Good afternoon, Chris. And the vote was unanimous, 40-0, with one person absent. And the bill would mandate more training for those responding to sexual assaults.
Every year, I can see more than 200 victims.
Montserrat Celayos is in charge of victim services at La Esperanza in Georgetown. And she says for her, the issue of domestic violence is personal.
My mother experienced a lot of domestic violence, and I saw a lot of domestic violence throughout my childhood. Sometimes I feel like if somebody helped my mother, I wouldn't have went through everything I went through.
But helping those in this situation isn't always easy, and Celayos says it takes training to learn how to help and understand these victims. Enter House Bill number 2. This bill, which cleared the House on Tuesday, would mandate continued sexual assault training focusing on the victim. Currently, officers receive 600 hours of training, but only 8 hours on domestic violence and only 4 hours on sex crimes. The bill would add 2 additional hours every 4 years for police officers and 4 additional hours every 3 years for prosecutors in the Department of Justice.
There should be additional training.
Here at the Georgetown Police Department, Captain Rolf Holm says it's important for all officers to get the training since they never know who will respond to the initial crime.
The victim has been traumatized and victimized by their perpetrator, and we need to make sure that officers aren't re-victimizing the person.
Meanwhile, back at La Esperanza, Celayos, who has a police officer as a husband, says in the end it's all about building trust.
And it can make a huge, huge difference as to whether the victim is going to feel comfortable enough talking to them or they're going to decide to shut down completely and not say anything about it.
A bill all in the name of making those affected more comfortable in Delaware. All right, now the bill's sponsor is Representative Helen Keeley. That's a Democrat from South Wilmington. And in statements about the bill, she said that this is all about giving officers the most current, relevant, and appropriate training on the subject. For now, reporting live in Sussex County, Evan Kosloff, WBUC News in Georgetown.
Evan Kosloff, thank you. And just to show you how quickly the bill is moving through Legg Hall, it was only introduced a couple weeks ago on June 3rd. Just a week later, on the 10th, it was released from committee. Now that it's been approved by the House, the Delaware Senate will have to vote on the bill. The bill currently has 7 Senate sponsors from both parties in Delaware.